Back on Inside Tennessee with Tennessee Governor Bill Lee. Governor, there have been some moves in education that have raised some eyebrows among parents. Chief among them is this third grade policy that would hold third graders back who fail to meet benchmarks. There are some remedies. They could retake the test, summer classes, mandatory tutoring, but they would not be allowed to move on from third to fourth grade if they're not on track. And that's about 60% of students in Knox County. What can you tell parents right now about that policy and whether it has your full support?
You know, what we've seen across the country, and we certainly have made policy decision based on data and based on evidence. And what we've seen across the country is that if you allow children to get beyond the third grade without having the literacy, for example, that's necessary to move on to fourth and fifth, if you push kids on into middle school who aren't prepared to be there, their likelihood of ultimate failure is significantly increased. If you can intersect that child at about that third grade level and make those remedies and provide the supports and the solutions necessary to get them prepared to move on into fourth, fifth, and sixth grade, their chance for success is tremendously improved. My goal in this state is for kids to be successful, for kids to, it's not about a letter grade or a score on a test. It's about an ability to be successful after they get out of school. And if they don't make it through school, then they'll never get out. They won't be successful. So there are other states that have done this, that we've looked at the results, and they've been very good. It's allowed kids to actually be successful, and that's our goal.
Susan?
Yeah, Governor, when you were elected in 2018, could you ever have imagined what you would face in these past 4 years you've been in office? You've had floods, we've had tornadoes, we've had bombs, we've had pandemics. I'm waiting on the locust and the frogs to come. But has any of this tested your faith? And what's been the most difficult thing for you during these tough times?
Yeah. It has been a challenge for sure. We've had 10 states of emergency in the last 2 years. Has it challenged my faith? I have been a guy who, I've lived a lot of life. I'm not a young man anymore, and I've had some challenges in my own life, some tragic circumstances and events, as most people have. I do believe God's a redeemer. He takes the worst of things and allows us to improve as a result of that, and that can happen in a state too. So, yeah, it's been quite a couple years. People say, what did you expect? And was this what you expected? I'd never been in politics, so I had no anticipation of what this was going to be like. But it's been a challenge. But I'll tell you this, too. It's been inspiring to watch the people of Tennessee both stand up to those challenges and for us to continue to walk in the midst of those challenges and get things done, like we've talked about: economic recovery, economic development, criminal justice reform, improvement in education. We had 15 distressed counties when I came in. We've got 9 today. To be able to continue to move to improve the lives of Tennesseans, even while we have to navigate through the storms of life, very much like all of our personal lives, I guess.
Some closing thoughts with our conversation and Tennessee's Governor Bill Lee when we come back on this Inside Tennessee.